Do 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 do. 1, 2, shit. Same gun again, jeez. There, we died. And that's how you get a different gun, because the ricochet in this game works kind of funny, in that any bullet that's still moving at all, no matter how little momentum it has left, is, you know, if it bounces, is still going to count as a hit when it hits something. So pretty much, if you just fire straight at the gun, oh my god, we have the new gun! We have the new gun! And the new gun is the, what was it called? So, the something Victory was this one. Something Victory Magnum. Victory! That never bodes well. So basically, the thing about this Magnum is, it has slightly bigger bullets than the actually, I think it was a 1911 Colt. We're gonna call it the Colt for simplicity. And then it has bigger, more damaging bullets than the 1911 Colt. But it also only has a capacity of 6. The reloading mechanism is of course different. There's no magazine. What you do is you press the eject magazine key, which is E, to open up the barrel, and then you press V to push down the unloading pin, or whatever it was called. Then you pick up all of those bullets that you just dropped, because none of them were fired yet. And you do that with G, Mag gravitates them before you, and then you tap the Z key, and for every tap, 1 bullet is placed into the magazine. If you try to tap any more, it's wasted, so just tap 6 times to avoid excessive RSI. You can do the same thing with cocking and decocking the hammer. Cock the hammer with F to decock the hammer for the sake of safety, if you want to be able to like accidentally tap a second, because that's how this works. If you don't have the hammer cocked, it has a little cocking delay before you fire. Also, if you tap it just right, it actually cocks the hammer without firing it. I don't recommend experimenting too much, especially if your gun is pointed downward, because that's going to get you shot in the face like I just did to get to this gun. Also, I'm going to drink some of my drink. Excuse me a second. Delicious condensed alcohol. Okay. So we're going to try to shoot at something. Now, each gun in this game has its perks and its notice perks. I guess the notice perks of this gun are that it's very slow to fire. At least it's slower to fire. You do have to have confidence in what you're doing. You can't just like really tap it too little. You gotta hold it down. You gotta hold it down because of that delay, and that can fuck you over a bit if you're like not fully prepared to do that. I know it has done me, but it's also really fun gun to use because you find a lot of ammo for it commonly.
Operation manual ready for reference while listening to this tape. The 1911 A1 is an automatic loading pistol with an 8-round capacity.
Shitballs!
The weapon can be discharged using the trigger marked out in the firearms are extremely dangerous. Engage the safety figure.
I've never survived that long against one of these.
For your protection. Figure E shows the correct procedure for ejecting the magazine. Also shown as the technique for dropping the magazine for a faster reload. Z shows how to handle various aspects of reloading. When the weapon is loaded, a round can be chambered by the slide marked R. The hammer marked F in the diagram can be cocked manually. Correct aiming can be executed in 2 ways. Image RMB shows the primary method, while image Q shows an alternate method that may work better for some people. Extra magazines can be stored in your harness. The pockets are shown labeled 1 through 10. Finally, diagram G shows the correct procedure for retrieving items from the ground while armed. While this is the standard for operation, keep in mind that alternate schemes may fit some individuals better. In the trying times ahead, efficient gun use will be critical. Memorizing this information may save your life.
Did you... Oh,
Your
I found
crude
2.
world is not the true reality. Your physical body here is the shadow cast by your transcendent mind. We call this higher plane reality A, and your world of shadows reality B. If you are receiving this message in a fictional context, you are at an even deeper level, one that we cannot reach.
Mind blown.
Because your body is a shadow of your mind, when your mind dies, your body will vanish. In the the normal order of your world, death is merely a transition in which your mind is set free. But for victims of the coming mind kill, there is only oblivion.
So I think that's all the tapes I'm going to let you hear. Just to give you an incentive to play the game yourself, because the tapes are fun. You'll hear them all around the first playthrough, but they are really cool to hear for yourself after you've learned them. So, sound options, turn the voice down, keep the music. Now it's all sounds, and now it's all try to fight this guy, jeez. Come on, die. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Oh, yes! The jumping is a bit difficult because this is one of those games that, where the jumping is realistic in the sense that you can't adjust your jump in the middle of it. So kind of the direction and speed you chose are the direction and speed and are the direction and distance you're going to go, whether you like it or not. Oh, I broke its gun. Oh. No, I did. LOL! Look at that. Look at you. It puts into little coup de grace! That means, mercy kill, or mercy shot, or something like that. Mercy strike. It's supposedly immoral. But honestly, in this case, it just makes me more comfortable because otherwise I have that thing pointing at me. Don't want that. Also, look! Decals that look weird and are three-dimensional. Yeah, the decals are three-dimensional in this. It's an intentional thing. Watch Aubrey's, what is it? Receiver Art Asset Overview. Just type that into YouTube and you'll see a bunch of stuff about the game. Also, flashlight, yay! Useless. Now there are more flybot noises. We're gonna try to persevere in spite of them. Oh my god, there's so many flybot noises. They're gonna be like everywhere. More stuff to pick up. It's another flashlight. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was just my fevered illusions. Bullets. Yes. The thing about this game, some advice from moi. With the flying drones, don't be afraid to shoot at them. In fact, shoot at them a lot. And with the stationary drones, don't shoot at them a lot. Be afraid to shoot at them. Only, you know, do the timing and only shoot them when you've got a view of their weak points and you know they can't shoot you. It's a timing thing. It's a scary timing thing, and you've got to do it over and over. Honestly, I enjoy shooting the stationary turrets much less than I enjoy shooting the taser bots, just because there's so little excitement. But honestly, if it was all taser bots, I had this piece of shit gun. Also notice that the one I fired is dented. Also notice that the way this closes seems to make no sense. Actually, okay, you know what? I just kind of fucked myself for sequence. I mean, like, the bullet is inserted there, right? But that's not the barrel that goes under the cocked hammer. For some reason it fired anyway. That's something annoying, honestly, about this gun. It kind of destroys immersion and my sort of trust of, oh, well, everything works realistically. I'm not saying I, like, know a lot about guns, quite the contrary, but as far as that goes, it's I don't want to say it's obvious because that implies, because, you know, it's not all obvious at all. Guns are complicated butts. And that just broke. Thank God. Why is my bullet in there? That was because I fired. But at the same time, it shouldn't be. I feel like it shouldn't be like this. I feel like it's wrong. Anyway, let me just verify. 3 left. All right. Don't play around with the hammer when you have any number less than full in the barrel, because that will mess up your sequence so bad, and then you'll just, at a critical moment, you won't have a bullet fire when you pull the trigger, and then you're like kind of messed up. That's that disabled. He's spinning up there. A thing about these turrets is they basically can't see you if you're below them. So if you're coming up some stairs, like so. You can pretty much stand in front of them and they won't see you. See? That's something that I'm honestly hoping they'll fix, because I've always hated when I can win a game through abusing glitches. Because this is an exploit. This shouldn't be the case. Also, can you hear that the music is kind of really intense? That's because there's lots of kill drones nearby. It's basically nothing but the basic beat, and it's not even the beat. It's basically nothing but a sort of violin-y thing happening in the background. But then robots, and then it gets worse. Yeah. So it do. Right, delay. What was it? Did I just drop that? Fuck. Oh, these are all spent anyway. LOL. Right. Cocked. Owned. When they're swinging around to aim at you, if you hit them, they kind of do that. That's only ever happened to me a few times, and it's only ever happened to me like today, so it's a pretty good feeling. Ah, shit! There. So that's what happens when you don't react right. You can totally, you know, you can totally beat them out in terms of shooting them straight in the camera as soon as they look at you, because then you get a really good view of the camera right up front. So if you like center your sights on it prior to it seeing you, you will kill it. And of course you can just like look around the corner and fire a bunch. That also works, but it just doesn't work as well as, you know, selectively aiming at their weak spots. Now we're just going to try to loot this area as well. I'm not able to show much of the, won't be able to show much of the spaces they'll be inhabiting in this game, because there's still a few of them. It's an indie development, but it's one of those that has like plenty of content. Fuck! Oh, I broke it. Get fucked. Get cooped and fucked. Don't even give a shit. Come on. Baller. Let's see if there's anything. Oh yeah, there's more turrets. Hello, love. Hello, love. Get fucked. Any more stuff? No. Alright. Why are all these in... I don't know. It's dark in here. Just gonna finish this playthrough here. I'm probably gonna die. If I don't die, then I'll just spend all my ammo. I hope I find some floaty guys. I like shooting at them. It's hectic. Ooh, floaty guys. I'm gonna need to step outside to fight them. Fight me, bro. Owned. Oh wow, that was cool. Shit. Well, I'm fucked. No, that was so unexpected. Now I'm gonna have lunch and then I'm gonna finish using the Glock. Oh shit, son, it's the Glock! Well, it doesn't matter.